Hurricane Ian is churning down in the Gulf of Mexico with its sights set on Florida, Alabama, Georgia, and maybe even South Carolina. So I wanted to give you a few tips on how you can protect your bananas and your banana plants from some of these damaging winds. So here we go. One of the first things we can do is actually cut the inflorescence or the banana pod or flowers off the plant. These can weigh up well over a pound and can cause some stress on the plant, especially when you've got some very strong winds coming in. And that can preserve the rack of bananas and the pseudostem of the banana plant. The next thing you can do is you can actually go ahead and prematurely cut the bananas off, because if the plant falls, you're going to have a very small chance that they're ever going to ripen up. These bananas are not quite ready yet, but they're not too far away, maybe 3-4 weeks, and they would ripen up in the garage under safer conditions than the tropical storm winds that we're having. For us right now, we're only expected about 25-mile-an-hour winds, and only for a short period of time, so I'm not too worried about cutting these bananas yet. But those of you in Florida and in coastal Georgia, you may have a more significant problem on your hands. And of course, leaning plants are much more vulnerable than straight up plants, especially ones with a heavy rack like this one. So again, you may just want to go ahead and cut the plant down and take the bananas inside. The other thing that you can probably do is maybe strap them to something really secure. Something like maybe a telephone pole or something like that, that you can keep these bananas up off the ground when the storm comes. But these are, even with a 25-mile-an-hour wind, in pretty dangerous situation here. If you get really desperate, you can take some of these leaves off, make the whole plant a little less wind resistant, or you can actually take the entire plant down, depending on how you feel about the situation. I'm not going to do it with anything with these because I don't think that the wind's going to be that severe. We've had thunderstorms with 25-mile-an-hour winds, gusts greater than that even. So these plants should be just fine here, although things can certainly change for sure. And finally, please consider your actual location. If your banana plants are protected by a structure or a tree line or something like that, there's going to be a lot less wind coming along that's going to damage them. So you may not have to take such drastic measures as we've talked about. However, if you have an open area like this and the wind can actually swirl in, it can create a lot of damage coming from this particular direction, which right now this is west. Now if we're looking east, we've got a house over there. We've got, a nice big building right here to break up the breezes. And that should protect a lot of the banana plants and the banana fruits, especially some that are hanging down here, like deep in here by this fence. Right there. These are pretty well safely protected. All right, everybody, good luck in Hurricane Ian. I hope that you guys are safe and hope you can keep your bananas safe. And I hope this video helped a little bit. If you can, give us a thumbs up and maybe even subscribe to the channel, and we will see you on the next one.